Experts on international terrorism have revealed that the Kinahan Cartel worked with elements of Russia's military intelligence organization GRU to facilitate the distribution of drugs throughout Europe. Artem Kruglov, the editor of the website putinism.wordpress.com, has claimed the Irish cartel has worked in a joint business project involving Colombian drug traffickers and the GRU. The GRU, or Foreign Military Intelligence Agency of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russian Federation, also known as Russia's FBI, is the country's main spy agency. Kruglov claims that the Kinahan gang buys huge amounts of drugs in Latin America and then ships them to Europe, where they are sold to local criminal gangs. Before we move on, please support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Kruglov says that the GRU is currently earning money by participating in drug delivery with the Irish drug cartel Kinahan. The Kinahan Cartel, founded in the early 2000s, is a joint business project of Colombians from the GRU and Irish. Christy Kinahan is its founder, an Irish criminal who has been convicted several times. His son Don Kinahan also plays a role. The two had lived in Marbella in southern Spain for many years. They moved their headquarters to Dubai recently. Veterans of the GRU Special Forces protect them. According to the Western press, Christy Kinahan learned Russian to facilitate contact with the GRU. The GRU is responsible for ensuring cartel bosses' safety and deals with weapon supply. Kruglov is referring to the famous seizure by Cape Verdean Police of 9.5 tons of cocaine on a Russian ship on January 31, 2019. Artem Kruglov of Radio Freedom said the massive shipment was part of a European drug cartel working with Russia's secret services. 2 tons of cocaine found in Cape Verde is thought to have cost Daniel Kinahan and his mob millions. Michael O'Sullivan, the former Garda Assistant Commissioner, said that he thought the drugs were heading to Ireland and the UK. He stated that there is no doubt that is a portion of this shipment that was destined for Irish markets. The Kinahan organized crime group is the only Irish group capable of facilitating a large shipment to Ireland and has the contacts in Europe to facilitate such a shipment. It's clear that if a shipment this large is seized, it will cause serious disruptions to a group like the KOCG. The Kinahan Cartel, a notorious global criminal organization, is known for a wide range of illegal activities, including hiring hitmen, drug transport, and firearm sales. The Kinahan Organized Criminal Group, also known as the Kinahan Cartel, is an important Irish transnational organized crime organization. It is considered one of the largest in Ireland and perhaps the world. The group is also active in Spain, UK, and UAE. Christy Kinahan founded it in the 1990s. Daniel, the oldest son of his family, runs the criminal organization daily. The criminal organization is said to be worth European $1 billion. Since 2015, at least 18 deaths have occurred due to the Kinahan cartel's ongoing conflict with Hutch. Christy Kinahan founded the Kinahan crime group in Ireland during the Celtic Tiger period of rapid economic growth. This was the late 1990s to early 2000s. Kinahan was a native Dubliner who was first convicted of forgery and handling stolen goods. He also committed burglary, auto thefts, home invasions, and other crimes during the late 1970s. The organization is believed to have begun as a gang of heroin dealers in inner-city Dublin. However, it soon expanded to become a multi-million-dollar criminal organization. Christy Kinahan was the previous direct leader of the organization before Daniel Kinahan took over. Since then, the Irish court has concluded that the organization is a murderous group involved in drug and weapon trafficking across international borders. Christy Kinahan was born on March 23, 1957. He grew up in the middle-class family, receiving love and attention. He attended one of the Ireland's best schools. He decided to become a criminal when he was an adult. Subscribe to our criminal network and dive deeper into the world of the Kinahan Cartel. In the 1980s, he was a low-level criminal in Dublin who spent time in prison on various drug charges and fraud. Kinahan was doing what other convicts are known to do: use their prison time to improve their lives. By the time he served his final sentence in 2001, the career criminal had enrolled in college and could speak Dutch and Spanish. The Irishman is suspected of building a massive international drug cartel listed with the Italian mafia. It is believed to have assets of more than $1 billion. As Daniel and Christy Jr. were groomed to become leaders with the organization, the Dapper Don was known as the Dapper. Daniel Kinahan is the newest member, born in 1977 on June 25th. His father was a powerful drug dealer widely believed to be the leader and founder of the Kinahan Cartel. Kinahan was born in Tallaght and later moved to Dublin, where he lived at Oliver Bond Flats. He also spent time in Liberties. He was arrested at 23 in connection with the vicious assault of 2 members of the Irish police outside Shelbourne Park. The charges were dropped in the following year. He manages all the activities. Daniel Kinahan was in his mid-40s when he was the victim of an assassination in 2016. This set off a deadly feud with Ireland's notorious Hutch family that led to the deaths of 18 people. Most of the killings took place in Dublin and were carried out by hitmen affiliated with Kinahan. The US State Department announced that on April 12, 2022, it would award up to $5 million as prizes under its Narcotics prize program for information leading to the arrest or conviction of Kinahan members. 7 key members have been identified: Daniel Kinahan, the leader; Christopher Kinahan, his brother; Christopher Kinahan, his son; Bernard Clancy, a junior Dublin-born criminal; Sean McGovern, Daniel Kinahan's closest confidant and advisor; Johnny Cash Morrissey, a former KOCG enforcer who has become a money launderer and now lives in Marbella. Ian Dixon is also named, but he was never charged with murdering Gary Hutch in 2015. Johnny Cash Morrissey, his wife Nicola, and their son were arrested in Marbella on September 13, 2022, after a series of broken encrypted conversations revealed that Kinahan Cartel had been involved in the Euro $350 million coke plot. The US sanctions were based on close ties to Daniel Kinahan. US authorities identified the 3 key figures of the Kinahan gang as Daniel Kinahan and his father, Christy Kinahan Sr., along with Christy Kinahan Jr. Garda busted Ireland's most covert criminal group with euros of 4 million worth of narcotics. Hutch Kinahan has been responsible for 18 deaths resulting from a feud between the 2 criminal organizations in Ireland. The Kinahan clan committed to the majority of these crimes. The main players are the Kinahan clan, led by Daniel Kinahan, and the Hutch gang, led by Gerry Hutch. There have been many attacks, most of which were shootings of members of the Hutch or Kinahan gangs, but despite some misidentifications, most of the attacks took place in Dublin. A few other incidents occurred in Ireland and Spain. The conflict began in 2015 with the murder in Marbella of Gary Hutch, Spain. It worsened in February of 2016 with the attack at the Dublin Hotel. In 2016, immediately after the attack on Regency Hotel, a special criminal task force was created within the National Drugs and Organized Crime Bureau to combat criminal gangs. This included the Kinahan and Hutch group. At least 10 Garda officers and 3 sergeants had banned the task force. It was meant to dissolve.